Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Rico.
Tony.
And this is the podcast known as Relatively Sound, the butteriest podcast on the planet.
I'm so glad this is for a bonus.
Tony and I decided we had a little extra time today, and Tony is he's paying me back for inconvenience that he caused me for last week's episode. So
don't go there.
He told me we could do a little fun bonus episode. So I don't know when this is coming out. I'm probably going to save it for an episode down the road for when Tony and I don't have a chance to record one week and we need an episode. This will be it. So we decided I wanted him to react to a very short EP, and that's going to be the Counting Crows' most recent release called Butter Miracle Suite 1. It was released in 2021. They wrote it during the pandemic. It's 4 songs. It's a suite. So all the songs like go into one another. It's supposed to be like one whole piece of music. Spotify has though each song individual as well, but Tony and I are just going to listen to it like all the way through. And supposedly they're like doing the second part of the suite next year for an album release. So it might be like part 1 of a suite. Or the next album could actually not be related to the suite at all. I don't want Tony to wait because it's not going to make sense, I think, on an album. So yeah, I think Tony should listen to this. And
yeah, you're showing me a suite. Just wait till I show you this Beach Boys record.
Oh God,
you think this is gonna be crazy? Just wait.
Yeah, so we're going to hop into it. If this does get released, this will also be on YouTube. So if you're not watching on YouTube right now, go to our YouTube channel, Relatively Sound Podcast, to watch Tony's first reaction to the first ever suite on the podcast. I guess besides the suite on the Wilco album, Summer Teeth.
Oh my God, don't even say that.
So let's go give it
those words.
Let's go give it a listen. Okay. So first track.
I'm already done with this album, bro.
First track on this EP is called "The Tall Grass."
Come outside, she said to me, as if I knew just what she
Very loud vocals.
Come outside, we'll watch tomorrow. Pull the curtain on today. Come outside into the tall grass and the old
vocally, guitar-wise, chord-wise, very typical to what I know of them. The like percussive sound is new to me for them. Oh, with that lead thing and that like chord change thing we just went through, it felt kind of throwbacky, kind of 70s. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Good. Do it again. Find what works and keep doing it.
Silent, and he says just close my eyes.
This is very August and Everything chord to me right now.
Okay.
Bro, someone needs to change the batteries in their baby's toy over there.
Your favorite Adam Adlib.
Yeah, no. Like the energy's picking up, but I'm getting a little bored here. Oh. The piano shred is hilarious. That reminds me of a particular song.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
Nice.
Can you see me?
I'm a sucker for that.
Can you see me?
No, but I've seen him lately. The transition back to just kind of really hearing that electronic drum thing. That was a good payoff. That was a really cool dynamic section.
Because you said you were getting bored.
I was getting bored, yes.
And by the way, we're just gonna
August and Everything songs didn't pick up in the same way that this one did. So I'm glad this had the payout.
Okay, Elevator Boots, next song in the suite.
Everybody wants to know you when you're the
Is it because he says he dreams submarines in bottle green, and that's why he said 7 Up instead of green bottle?
I didn't think about that, but it could be.
Just a little extra. Okay. That like piano walk up into this or guitar. I'm starting to draw a comparison between the last album I heard, Summer Teeth, and this, with kind of how it's like, here's our kind of like, not country, but you know, our kind of like our very familiar chord progression, and here's all these layers we're gonna throw in on you. Not a lot of song structure other than one section and the other section back. Arpeggio
Bro's
picking,
lining
I
like
see
a
why you like
Police
both.
fusion song.
I wish it was Police fusion song. Okay, that's a cool drum fill. That's a good backup there. Got time to hit the whip. I don't think I've ever heard a line like that. I snake and sparkle, can't and glide. What keeps you going, man? Oh, gospel, like that. Every time I have to roll my eyes with that. Out of that jump part's kind of funny.
Next song is Angel of 14th Street.
Oh wow! So far, it's like each song has got at least one memorable chord. So with that's a plus. More driving than a lot of songs I've heard. Guitars are cool to slide. Okay, different drum rhythm. Switch it up. Nice. This makes me think of Bruce. Cool. Cool notes over that on the guitar. Oh god, don't say it. Oh, okay. So you saved it. That's a cool ass part. Like, I want to go figure out what he's doing to that. That's cool. And it's crazy because it doesn't just rock out right away. It kind of waits for a sec.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun little surf. Those are like very like, I don't know, I would say like late 90s backup vocals. No, he didn't. I mean, it's in your face. It's bold. Guitar harmonies, okay. Trumpet solo with guitar harmonies going at the same time was not on my bingo card.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. This is a recording, a ghost of England.
Nah, I'm a sucker for coordinated parts like that. This song's a lot longer than it sounds like it would like be.
Yeah.
From here in the beginning, I didn't think this would be like a 5-minute song. Yo, why do I feel like he's just referencing like fucking Recovering the Satellites, man? Angels, feathers. Is that a different chord change there than like earlier?
I think so, yeah. This is, I think, a whole different progression.
Okay. But like same lyrics as earlier, right?
Yeah, it's like the same type of chorus.
Who we need a light on. Okay. Nice, nice. Good job, guys. End it with 20-second guitar solo? Does it bleed over?
Okay, Bobby and the Rat Kings, last song.
Really good guitar tones, I gotta say. Great guitar tones. This song just kind of feels like a it feels similar to the last song, but I don't like it as much as the last song.
I totally get that.
I don't know what you would label the sound, but this has, there's a specific sound in my head I think of when I hear this, which is Clock Was a Tickin'.
Yeah.
Like, those songs just have those sounds, and I'm never a huge fan typically,
Kind of like a Western pop country song.
Yeah. And it's always got like the little piano bounce thing.
And Mike's on his bike with a motor running. I told him trains.
Well, when the lyricists just want to start throwing out a bunch of different characters, like I'm gonna be attached to them in 2 lines. Totally Bruce.
I saw Dorothy in drag.
Why does he say Dorothy? Like
Taking a
Dorothy?
tin man for a ride.
Bro's lost in the size,
And then
dude.
Z the cat said she knew where to go.
Let me not look at the lyrics. Let me just pretend I'm just hearing
And
this
she
shit.
kissed me without a thought. Said sometimes memories are all that we got. So
That was a good
come
line,
on,
like to
boy,
follow musically with.
let's make some. There's some leather wrapped fender strap kid with a pick finger twitch.
Okay, go back.
Got a
Oh,
recipe for radio ring. So when Bobby and the Rat Kings come to play,
What
we'll
the
make
fuck?
them stay. We'll make them go away.
I'm kind of afraid to say this, but like,
Same.
what the hell are the Rat Kings? I feel like he's not explaining that. Did this go over my head?
All right, that was the
Okay.
Butter Miracle Suite. I'm gonna unshare.
How
this.
can you say that to someone with a straight face? Here's the Butter Miracle Sweet.
Yeah, I don't know
Biggest
what.
rib I've ever heard, bro.
I don't know why he called the album, the EP that. I don't know why. I mean, I guess he knew the title was so far-fetched and out there. He was like, we have to make the album cover just as equally far-fetched and out there.
I mean,
they-
I'm really not opposed to it. It's like one of those things where it's like so detached from what the album.
it's like
what
sailing the
content
seas of
is.
cheese.
Yeah, exactly. It's so whatever that you can't be mad at it. It's
But okay, so this was kind of like Counting Crows' redemption after you not loving August and everything after, but loving Recovering the Satellite. So this we only did this because we had extra time today. But
well, I didn't even tell you how I feel about it.
No, I know. I'm
Oh.
I'm setting you up to let me know what you thought because
Oh, I thought you were
you-
saying this was redemption.
No. I meant like this is their chance for redemption.
Yes, this is their chance for redemption. I would think for a band with such with so
That's the
few
cover album.
albums, given how long they've been a band, I feel like they would do something a little more different than what I just heard.
Well, you will hear like. I feel like this was kind of a throwback. I feel like on the next
Okay.
Counting Crows album you
That's
hear,
good.
it's going to sound more like late 90s. And then when you hear Hard Candy, it's going to really sound 2000s-ish.
This sounds exactly like August and everything after, except just a lot better. Like a lot, like it's like the deluxe version in the sense that their songs just got a lot more going on. The dynamics are more identifiable. Now the thing with Counting Crow songs that are always so hard is there's always like a billion chord changes, and they're always just like average chords, which is fine, but it makes it hard to kind of internalize the different sections and stuff. That's part of their sound. That's fine, but I feel like they were doing that, but the dynamics were a lot more prevalent. The production was really good. It did feel kind of like the Wilco album in the sense that it's kind of like here's like the songs and then here's all the shit we're gonna put over it. I think this was always done in a really elevating sort of way. There was plenty of surprises. I think probably my biggest complaint is that it just really kind of fizzled out at the end. Like
I will say my least favorite song is the last song, and I feel like it's really was trying to do the Bruce closing thing, but it was basically their version of Bruce's song Jungle Land, which you will get to hear on Born to Run, hopefully soonish. And I've never been a huge fan of Jungle Land, so this is like a worse version of Jungle Land. So yeah, it's this, Bobby and the Rat Kings is my least favorite out of these 4 songs for sure.
Yeah, I feel like especially after hearing the previous one. Let me look at this track list just so I can talk about it easier. After hearing Angel of 14th Street,
That's my
Bobby and the
favorite.
Rat
I
just
think.
felt like not as good version. Now it did kind of sound like something kind of along the lines of "Have You Seen Me Lately," where it's like very much a pop song, but it's like it does have a lot of energy. I will say, was it this one that had the most out of pocket like slight drag in it? Hang on. That is such a weird like tempo drop just for like a couple bars. Yeah, they just drag it down
Yeah.
for like 2 bars and then they go back to it. Like what a weird transition. That was the most That was the biggest plot twist on this.
That would be hard to pull off live.
Yeah. They pulled it off very well here, though. It was convincing. It just really took me by surprise. The second biggest surprise being the trumpet and guitar harmony part. Like, that was pretty unexpected, but that was pretty cool. Last song, 14th, Angel of 14th Street. Oh my god, it is his all Bruce vibe, bro. Incident on 57th Street, Angel of 14th Street. That was definitely my favorite. It was a very exciting song, front to back.
I just love the repeating of the wake up, or the get up. Like, that part is just so catchy. It gets stuck in my head all the time.
And on, I feel like on August, if this song was on August, they would save that until like the end of the song, but they decided to start doing that from the beginning as like a main hook. And that was great because their songs sometimes lack hooks for me. Where for me, they kind of need the hooks. Something that was interesting too is across these 4 songs, I feel like Adam was very consistent with his delivery. Like, his dynamic range wasn't so noticeable. Like, I didn't feel like he was like really getting absorbed into himself doing a whispery thing. I didn't feel like he was absolutely screaming his ass off. But I think that was actually pretty cool. I think that benefited the suite from making it, have a good flow.
I think
that's not a rag.
I think he wrote these songs during COVID, and I think he like wrote them all because he doesn't really play guitar. He only plays a little piano. So I think he just sat on piano and like wrote out the words and some of the chord progressions. And I think
did that for 20 minutes? 17 minutes?
Yeah, so I mean, I think like him writing like one long ass song kind of helped with like, and most of the song, like, there's not really like, it's not like, I mean, Tall Grass is I think like kind of like the slowest song, and then it kind of ramp up energy, and that's kind of why I think Bob and the Rat Kings is our least favorite, because after Angel, I feel like the energy does drop down a little bit. So
it's just, how can you top that without completely doing something different? And it wasn't different enough.
Because I love the Tall Grass. I love how kind of dark it sounds at the beginning. It's kind of like ominous a little bit. And then it has like a good dynamics, like you said, it builds. And then Elevator Blues is it's kind of a classic rock song. I know like the chorus you weren't like the biggest fan of for Elevator Blues.
I remember that one the least, just because it was and obviously this is just first listening to 4 songs in a row of a band that has a pretty uniform sound from what I'm familiar with on the records. Yeah. So. But
no, Elevator Boots, the more you listen to it, I think the more you'll like it. It's just a nice classic rock, easy listening song, kind of like an Eagles song, basically. Which I know some people will find that as like offensive and like a diss towards the Counting Crows.
But but everyone that doesn't listen to Counting Crows, if you call one of their favorite bands sound like the Counting Crows, then they would be offended and dissed on. So I feel like the Counting Crows are the people that can dish it because they have to take it.
Yeah. So now, do you think, because like I said, supposedly he was writing the second part of the suite, and they were going to put the 2 suites together and make it one album. But knowing the way that Counting Crows have kind of done stuff in the past, it's also a possibility that the album we're getting next year is actually an album full of different songs, and that they'll either finish the suite another time or they'll forget about it. So do you think they can somehow put another suite with this and make it a full project? Or do you feel like this is a better one-off standalone EP?
Because I think it's hard to say, because I imagine a big part of what would make it a suite to them would be some sort of lyrical connection. And on first listen, I didn't really pull too much from this. It's kind of weird, but the Counting Crows, I feel like even though I want to connect with the lyrics, I feel like mostly the lyrics that I enjoyed or got connected with were probably just the Recovering the Satellites one. Granted, this was a pretty fast-paced 4 songs. He's always thrown a bunch of lyrics. So I don't know. Maybe from a narrative they could do something. But I don't know. I think they should just leave it. I mean, these songs
I kind of agree.
Pretty similar enough where I feel like if they did something that was, I feel like for it to be interesting, they would have to do something pretty different from what we just heard. But I feel like for them, they're going to lose the sweet essence if they do something too different.
Yeah, because like I feel like they could do this again. I feel like any band could actually, if they wanted to, write 4 songs that kind of blend into one another.
Right, it's within reason.
But then if you just put those 2 suites together, like you said, unless there's something that's connecting with the lyrics, it'll just feel like an EP on one side of the album and then a different EP on the other side. One suite and then another suite.
Which if they want to do like a brother-sister album type of thing, that's cool. I'm a fan of that. But I don't think they can really... I don't think it's really worth continuing the suite.
And as a fan, because I actually really love this EP, like I got into when I was getting into the Kind of Crows, and I'm like, oh, this is like the newest thing they put out. I listened to it, and I was like, oh, this is actually really cool. Like, especially because their like last album before this, like their last full length album that wasn't a covers album, I liked, but it this actually feels like that last album, but done in a more cohesive way, a better way. So I'm really hoping the next album we get from them is actually like 10, 11, 12 brand new songs that all have kind of, I'm not saying I need a Recovering Satellites, but I want them to at least return to like a Hard Candy sound or this Desert Life sound, which I know to you that
So
you don't
you,
know
you
those
say that
albums.
like all their music is so vastly different, but like
It's-
I don't see how that's possible. I feel like I feel like all their albums kind of sound the same. I mean, I think the thing that really separates Recovering is the production, as well as I think, I don't know, just a little more separation with the songs. But I mean,
Trust me, when you hear this Desert Life, which that will be for sure the next Counting Crows album you get, I think the only song that doesn't is the one that you know from it already, which is Colorblind. Which I could see that as like a August and Everything After type of song, because it's a piano ballad, it's slow, it's somber, but every other song on this Desert Life is it has like the energy of Recovering the Satellites, but to me it has like definitely different tones. It's not so like that 90s rock. It's kind of got a cool like acoustic upbeat sound to it. It's like a happy August and Everything After almost.
interesting.
So, but yeah, I'm
Rec 2
glad.
soundtrack or no deal?
I like Accidentally in Love.
That wasn't a question. That was.
Oh, I thought. What did you say then?
I said Shrek 2 soundtrack or no deal. Like that's the next one.
What? I don't even know like another song on that one, because isn't both
don't-
Smash Mouth songs on? What?
You don't know one other song off the Shrek soundtrack, and you just said
The second one
Yeah.
isn't both Smash Mouth songs on the first one. I'm a Believer and then All Star, which I mean I'm a
Yes,
Believer.
but there's
a cover.
other songs on Shrek 2 that you should know.
Say one and then maybe I'll know it.
Okay, well
I haven't
go
seen
ahead.
Shrek 2 since.
Livin' La Vida Loca,
Okay, well yeah.
Funky Town. Isn't
I don't associate those
whatever the
songs,
I Need a
though,
Hero
with-
song is?
Oh, see, I thought that was from the first one for some reason.
Pretty sure it's from the second one.
That's like the only one I associate with Shrek, other than
David
I don't-
Bowie's on it. The hell?
Changes. I do. Yeah, I do actually remember the
like
first.
the changes.
Yeah,
Oh,
The
I saw it said
Change.
Butterfly Boucher at first, so I just assumed it was not the changes. Okay. I Need Some Sleep. That's the other song I'm thinking.
I
of.
do not know who does that one.
Eels? You know this one though. From that one scene where he's like Fiona's mad at him. So he's like
I have
singing by
not
himself.
seen this movie since I was like.
I'm not even a movie guy.
12.
Tom Waits is in the soundtrack, bro.
That's why you love it so much.
No, I don't even know what song that is. Top of my head.
I do not know. This does not sound like it would be in a Shrek movie.
Are you fucking serious right now?
This is the Tom
Yeah,
Waits
that's
line. I
enough
could
of
tell.
Tom Waits. I don't need to hear that shit right now.
Accidentally Love is actually a really good song, and
Yeah, Accidentally Love is a good. It's a really solid pop song. Yeah.
what I like most about it is that because he did a lot of interviews for like the Bittersweet Miracle thing, because it was during COVID, so he was doing a lot of like radio
Like, yeah,
shows
yeah.
and stuff. And I don't know if it was just in this quest, like how a lot of bands probably like, here are the questions I want you to ask me. I don't want you to throw any curveballs. So like every question on every radio interview is the same. And he was asked multiple times, like, how was it doing the soundtrack for the Shrek movie? He was like, I loved it. Like, they took me to the movie studio and showed me like a rough draft of the movie and said, we're hoping for this type of song during like this scene. Then he said, I wrote it. And then he actually, I don't know if it won an Oscar,
I
but
got nominated for.
he got nominated. So he went to the Oscars and he's like, I love that, like, kids can get into our music through that song. He's like, I remember first watching Snow White when I was young, and that was like Disney's first movie. And he was like, kids' movies are one of the timeless things in the world. Like, kids movies will always like be a gateway for kids to get into like to art and things like that. So it was kind of cool that he was just like yeah, I love doing it, and I'm glad so many people, and they started playing it live recently a lot more, and I think maybe it's that reason. So, well, okay, I'm glad we gave that a listen. And you'll be getting your next Counting Crows album probably sometime next year. I'm thinking next summer, and hopefully next year we'll have a new Counting Crows album that you and I can react to together for the first time. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
So, drop us a comment if you've heard this Counting Crows EP. Let us know what you think of it. And until next time, we hope you take care, and you'll be hearing from us soon. Bye-bye.